All right, looking live right now through our tower cam, looking at CPKC. Finally, we are up and running as we have the current in action. It took a, 3-hour delay, 3.5-hour delay. It was supposed to kick off at 3. It ended up going off about 6:30 is when they were finally able to see the temperatures come down enough that they could kick it off and the current could get down to action. So it's been a hot day. Greg, you were just saying that there's a Royals player that got Pasquantino? Yeah. Vinny Pasquantino just, I guess, exited the game due to heat. Is it injury, or do we know, or is he? That's all they say. Heat-related illness for the Pasquatch. So, we've been first warning you about this, and that's not just to, make hype out of something. It's because this is a dangerously hot day. It just flat is. And the thing, too, about, I would be frustrated. I would understand anybody that's frustrated going to one of these games and there's a delay like there was at the current. But while you would be hot in the stadium, in the shade probably, the field's hotter. It gets hotter on that turf. Or on the grass, even though it's not artificial, it gets hotter on that grass. And they're also in the direct sunlight doing something very strenuous. Like, it truly is dangerous. So in the sunlight, it feels about 10 to 15 degrees hotter than it does in the shade. Your heat index is measured in the shade. So whenever you see us with our numbers and it says heat index up to 105, we're meaning in the shade. In the sun, it's going to be 115, 120. Imagine playing soccer in that. So it makes good sense why there was a delay there, and you hate to hear about Vinny, and hope that he gets cooled off and feeling better soon. So let's just show you what we have looking ahead and what we've got right now. We'll start out at CPKC. I've been keeping our eyes. These are the numbers actually from the airport, but it gives us an idea. So we're at 90 now versus 95 where we were earlier today. And the heat index, hey, it's dropped below 100. It's at 99 degrees right now. It might be a little bit different out at CPKC. It's probably a little hotter there because of all the concrete and all the buildings and like I say, the turf, the grass there. So hot everywhere you go. Into the evening, we have a heat index. It's going to be in the 90s till probably near midnight. It's going to feel near 90 degrees. And temperatures are going to be in the 90s until the sun drops. So once the sun goes down, we'll have a slow fall into the 80s. Our normal high temperature is 80, I believe it's 88 now. It might be back to 87. And we won't hit our normal high until sunset tonight. It won't cool off to our normal high until the sun goes down. And we're going to be in the 80s all the way up to midnight. It's dry, it's clear, it's muggy, and it's calm. It's a summer August night for us. And I'm telling you that tomorrow is going to be as hot as today. We have a heat advisory that is for KC and south, essentially. There might be a little bit of cloud cover up north that trims some of you back a little bit, but generally the heat index is going to be 100 to 107. If there is no cloud cover up there to help you out, you're going to be every bit as hot as the rest of us, and you might later get the heat advisory put back on for St. Joe and Chillicothe. And I'm also just telling you that Monday is going to have it too, all right? Monday is going to be just as hot. So let's start here with Sunday. You're at 95, same high as today. It's going to be as hot as 105 in Kansas City. There's a light wind at 10 miles per hour, and there's sunshine. So you've seen this movie before. We'll do it again. Feels like temperatures look like this. 96 already by 10 o'clock in the morning. That's when I was cutting grass today. I started cutting grass today at about 10, and it felt almost the exact same. And rough. We're going to be in the triple digits through the afternoon, and all the way up until, like today, nearly sunset before we get out of the triple-digit heat index. So there's the big kind of picture for tomorrow, tonight and tomorrow. Now let's get a little bit more big picture as far as the week goes and what's ahead. So after the extreme heat on Sunday and Monday, both of those days first warns because of the heat. That means that they stand out on our weather charts because of their temperatures, and that could be hazardous. Then Tuesday, we start talking about rain. So rain chances will come back maybe as early as Monday for some of us. We have to watch this for back to school for KCPS. More likely, though, on Tuesday. And then this is what you're waiting for. I promise you at the 7-day, this is going to be worth it. From hot to not. We're going to go from this scorching hot weekend into some really nice weather. You're going to love what's coming. All right, so now we just look at this. 95 Sunday, heat index to 106. Exact same for Monday. Tuesday, it's coming down a little bit. Low 90s, it's still a hot day Tuesday, and the heat index is 103. This is conditional. What that means is if things don't play out like we're thinking they will, it could still be just as hot on Tuesday, but we do see some things start to change in the form of rain and cloud cover. Sunday's dry. Sunday's a lock. It's going to be super hot. Monday, there's that little shot of rain I was telling you about that we've got to watch. And then Tuesday, some scattered storms look like a good bet. A pretty strong signal. Tuesday afternoon and Tuesday evening, we get some clouds to build. We get some rain to go. That should be enough to kind of draw us down a few degrees and get us away from the worst of the heat. It's totally dependent on the timing of the rain. All right. Temperature-wise, let's see what we have right now. We're at 90 degrees in Kansas City. And the heat index, triple digits, 105 still in Maryville, 104 in Garnett, 102 in Marshall. Our low tonight, by the way, is only about 76. And whenever it's real humid like this, not only is your AC having to run hard to cool your house down because it's hot, but when it's humid, the first thing your air conditioner is going to do is draw the moisture out of the air. That's actually how they work, is they remove that moisture. That's a cooling process, but it takes energy to remove that moisture. So whenever you have a lot of humidity, you have a lot of moisture, the AC has to pull all that out first and then cool your house down. If it doesn't do that, then you can cool the temperature, but your house is going to be real swampy, real muggy, and even though it's cooler, it's going to have a high humidity, and you wouldn't want that. So they just don't operate as well. They're just not as efficient. The process starts with the humidity before they can get to the cool down. So that's why your AC, unless you've got a really well-insulated house, and I hope you do, I do not. I've got leaky old windows. That AC just going to chug, chug, chug through the night. Hourly planner tomorrow shows that, hey, the morning is going to be your best bet if you've got things that you want to do outside, unless it's by the water. 90 by noon, 95 by 4. Sunshine, sunshine, sunshine is pretty. Southwest wind at 10. Area highs tomorrow. Notice maybe a 92 in Maryville, 93 in Bethany. You know, I don't know how much the cloud cover is really going to help. I think it's going to be pretty patchy up to our north, but that's where the heat advisory has been trimmed back for now. We'll see. It is hotter to the south. We do see that. 97 Butler and Lacine. And then the heat index. This is by 3 o'clock. And pretty consistent. I mean, everybody's hot and muggy tomorrow. 103, 104, 105, maybe 107. Now, on the 7-day, let's start here with what I see on Monday, what we have to watch on Monday. You see that? Now, these have been sneaky this summer. These are what we call MCS, mesoscale convective systems. These are lines of storms that flare up overnight to our north and west, up in Nebraska or the Dakotas, and then they crawl our way. The computer forecasts right now get them close on Monday morning, which is, again, bus stop time back to school. So we got to watch that for Monday morning. The thinking right now is that these will fall apart. You see how they just go poof right over our area? But it's a close call, 1. And 2, they may not fall apart like that. Multiple times this summer, we have had something similar where the computers are simulating these breaking up and they don't. So there's a shot that we have storms on Monday morning. I just want you to know. Right now, I've only got a 20% chance. It doesn't look likely, but it's possible. Tuesday, this is where we get into more rain. It looks pretty likely by Tuesday afternoon and evening. We've got a front. When you've got a front and a hot, humid atmosphere and those things are working together, you're going to get some storms to pop. So pretty confident that we'll have some around. And then behind that, here we go. Ooh, this is so much better. Look at that. 85 on Wednesday with lower humidity. It's going to feel drastically better. So instead of a heat index, think of how it feels outside, up to 105 on Monday. And with low humidity on Wednesday, there's practically no heat index. Then you're going to be feeling 20 degrees cooler. I mean, in the peak heat of the day, it feels 20 degrees cooler. It's going to be great. Nights drop back down to normal. They're comfortable again in the mid-60s. And watch this. Friday, we've got the Chiefs with a preseason game at home. Looks great. So much better than the CPKC game that we had today. And then Saturday, 86. But look at what else we see. There's another front that looks to come in next weekend. I'm thinking Saturday night and Sunday, and that might drop it down even further. Some of our computer forecasts are punching out 80s by the following week. Don't know. We'll see. Long way out. but it looks good. It's so much more promising than what we have now. There's the lay of the land for you, everybody. Hope that helps with your plans for this evening and your weekend and your week ahead. That's always the goal. Let me check real quick if we have any questions. Robin, so ready for fall? Oh, me too. And Robin, our falls in Kansas City they're just the best. All the fun fall stuff to do that we have around here, and our weather's great too. So I'm with you. Austin, is there going to be a big cold front at the end of August? Is Tuesday going to have bad storms? Tuesday could have a couple strong storms. Right now the severe risk doesn't look that high, but whenever it's this hot and humid and you get a front, it's pretty easy to get some downburst winds or a little bit of hail. So that's something that we'll watch. So I wouldn't worry about that too much right now, buddy. We don't have any official risk or anything like that, and it doesn't look too bad to me right now. Just there's a chance. It just looks low. All right, everybody. That's it for me for now. We'll have updates for you at 10 o'clock. I'll see you there. Otherwise, have a great evening and a great rest of your weekend. Take care.